Are you illegal next week? Imagine this. Your work permit expires on Friday. It is Wednesday. You submitted your extension 2 weeks ago. IRCC has not replied. Your boss is asking, can you still work next week? You are asking yourself, am I already illegal in Canada? If that sounds like you, do not scroll away. Do I have to leave? Stop. Do not pack your bags yet. If your work permit, study permit, or visitor record is expiring next week or even tomorrow, you might think your Canadian dream is over. You might think you have to book a flight home immediately. But what if I told you that Canadian immigration law has a specific rule, a safety net, that allows you to stay, keep working, and keep studying even after the expiry date printed on your document? It used to be called Implied Status. Now the government calls it Maintained Status, but I call it the Lifeline. However, there is a catch, a big one. If you make one wrong move, like leaving the country for a weekend trip, you could accidentally cut that lifeline and be barred from re-entering. In this video, we are going to master the rules of implied status for 2026. I'm going to show you exactly how to use this to bridge the gap to permanent residency. And I will share the story of a client who saved their status by applying just minutes before midnight. I am Pius Ekwulugo, a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Welcome back to Canada Immigration Matters. Let's dive in. Before we get into the technical how-to, we need to talk about the reality of 2026. Canada is undergoing a massive shift. The government has capped international student visas. They are tightening the rules on temporary foreign workers. The goal is to stabilize the population. What does this mean for you? It means processing times are fluctuating. It means the buffer time between permits is more critical than ever. In 2026 and 2027, the competition for permanent residency is fierce. You cannot afford to have a gap in your status. A gap means you fall out of status. Falling out of status means you stop working. Stopping work means you lose your Canadian experience class points. It is a domino effect that destroys your PR application. That is why understanding implied status is not just about staying legal. It is about protecting your future eligibility for permanent residency. So, what exactly is implied or maintained status? Here is the simple definition. If you apply to extend or change your temporary resident status before your current permit expires, you are legally allowed to stay in Canada until a decision is made on your new application. Even if the processing takes 4 months, 6 months, or longer, your status is frozen in time. You are here legally. But here's the golden rule. You must apply before the expiry date. If your permit expires on January 15th and you submit your application on January 16th, you do not have implied status. You are out of status. You would then need to apply for something called restoration, which is expensive, stressful, and you lose the right to work immediately. So the rule is apply early, ideally 30 days before. But legally, as long as IRCC receives it before midnight UTC on the expiry date, you are safe. But please do not wait until midnight. The rules: workers, students, visitors. Now, this is where people get confused. Can I keep doing what I was doing? The answer depends on what you applied for. Scenario 1. The worker. If you hold a work permit and you apply to extend that same work permit with the same conditions, same employer, same role, you can keep working. However, if you are on a work permit and you apply for a study permit, You have implied status to stay in Canada, but you generally cannot start studying, and your right to work stops once the old permit expires. You become a visitor while you wait. You generally can only maintain the right to work if you are extending a work permit. Scenario 2. The student. If you are a student extending your study permit, you can keep studying. But be careful. If you finish your studies and apply for a post-graduation work permit, PGWP, there are special rules. If you apply for the PGWP before your study permit expires, you can start working full-time immediately while waiting for the decision. That is a huge advantage. Scenario 3. The visitor. If you are a visitor and apply for a visitor record to stay longer, you can stay, but you cannot work, you cannot study. You are strictly a tourist until the decision comes through. The danger zone. Traveling. This is the most important part of this video. Listen closely. Implied status essentially evaporates the moment you leave Canada. Let's say you are on implied status waiting for a work permit extension. You decide to drive across the border to the United States for a weekend or fly home for a wedding. When you try to re-enter Canada, your implied status is gone. You might be allowed back in as a visitor depending on your visa situation, but you cannot resume working or studying. You must wait until the actual physical permit arrives. For many of you, stopping work means losing your job. Losing your job means losing your nomination, or LMIA. So, my advice for 2026, if you are on implied status, stay put. Enjoy Canada. Do not cross the border unless it is a life or death emergency. Let me tell you about a case we handled recently. Let's call him Mateo. Mateo was on a working holiday visa. He found a fantastic employer willing to support him with an LMIA. His visa was expiring on a Tuesday. We submitted his work permit application on Monday. Because we submitted it before expiry, Mateo could not keep working because the working holiday is a different type of permit, but he could stay in Canada legally while waiting. Now, compare that to Sarah. Sarah thought she had until the end of the month. She misread her permit. She applied 2 days late. Result? She lost her status instantly. She had to stop working immediately. We had to file for restoration of status. She sat at home for 4 months, unable to earn money, draining her savings while waiting for the restoration. Don't be Sarah, be Mateo. Know your dates. Now let us look at 4 possible outcomes of your extension application and how each one affects your stay. Your extension is approved. Great news. Your new permit will show a start date and an expiry date. The start date is usually when the decision was made. Even if there was a gap in dates on paper, the period in between is covered by implied status, so you were considered to be in legal status the whole time. You just continue under the new conditions of the new permit. Your extension is refused. If your application is refused, your implied status ends on the date of the refusal decision. From that date, you usually have 90 days to apply for restoration of status, if you are eligible. During those 90 days, you cannot work or study. You can stay in Canada while IRCC decides your restoration request. If you do not apply for restoration within those 90 days, you are out of status and expected to leave Canada. Your application is withdrawn. If you decide to withdraw your extension application, your implied status ends on the date IRCC registers the withdrawal. If your original permit was already expired by then, you are now out of status. You would need to leave Canada or apply for restoration if you qualify. Your application is rejected as incomplete. This one is very dangerous. If IRCC says your application was incomplete and returns it to you, they treat it as if it was never submitted at all. If your original permit has already expired on that date, you never had implied status. Again, that means you must stop any work or study and look at a restoration application. So, approval is ideal. Refusal can sometimes be fixed with restoration. Withdrawal or incomplete applications can put you out of status very quickly. Towards the end of this video, I will share the 3 biggest mistakes I see people make that lead to these problems, so keep watching. What if the application is refused? Nobody wants to think about rejection, but we must prepare for it. If your extension is approved, congratulations. Your status resets and you get a new expiry date. If it is refused, your implied status ends the moment the refusal decision is made. You are considered out of status immediately. You then have 90 days to apply for restoration of status. During this restoration period, you cannot work, you cannot study, you must just wait. If you do not apply for restoration within 90 days, you must leave Canada. This is why we always say, make sure your application is perfect the first time. In 2026, with high refusal rates, a sloppy application is a one-way ticket. How to get an edge in 2026? You want to secure your future in Canada? Here's how you position yourself for success. If your work permit is ending and you don't have a new job yet, apply for a visitor record before the work permit expires. It buys you time to job hunt legally from inside Canada. Look at Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Atlantic Canada. They often have pathways that are more forgiving for people already in the country. If you are here on implied status as a visitor, use that time. You can go to job fairs, you can meet employers, you cannot work, but you can look for work. Getting a job offer is much easier when you can shake hands with the manager. Navigating implied status, restorations, and extensions is stressful. One checked box on a form can be the difference between a work permit and a removal order. You do not have to do this alone. At Chugo Immigration Services, we help people navigate these complex timelines every single day. We are not a recruiting agency. We don't find you the job, but we guide you on how to keep your legal status so you are ready when that job offer comes. If you want professional guidance to handle your extension or restoration, email us at chugoimmigration@gmail.com. Also, join our WhatsApp channel for breaking news updates. The link is in the description. Don't gamble with your status. Let us help you do it right. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.